I think that Alex Spiro might need to calm down and take on less clients because I'm pretty sure he just accidentally exposed who Celebrity B is in the Jane Doe lawsuit against Diddy and Jay Z.
All right, let's talk about the lawsuit everyone's been whispering about. The one involving Diddy and Jay Z has taken a wild turn. Guess who's allegedly caught in the middle? Jennifer Lopez. Word on the street is that Jay Z's lawyer slipped up and mentioned her name, saying Mr. Combs and Miss Jennifer Lopez were both at Lotus and Twirl, but hold up, what does J-Lo have to do with this? Isn't this case about Diddy and Jay Z? Looks like someone needs to take a breath and stop spilling tea in court. But here's where it gets messy. Photos from that night have popped up showing J-Lo and Diddy in what looks like a heated argument.
Yep.
The very same night of the alleged incident. Now people are wondering, did they end up meeting with Jay Z later? And if that's not enough drama, J-Lo's name is also linked to another lawsuit. A male prisoner, Derek Lee Cardello Smith, has accused Diddy of some disturbing stuff, and somehow J-Lo is being dragged into this chaos too. The way her name keeps coming up, not looking good at all. Let's break it down further. In the case involving Diddy and Jay Z, the woman behind the allegations referred to as Jane Doe claims it all started after she was dropped off at the MTV Music Video Awards after party. She didn't have a ticket to the event at Radio City Music Hall, so she began asking limo drivers for help getting in. One driver, who she says worked for Diddy, told her she was just the type Diddy liked. Later, that driver picked her up again and took her to a White House with a U-shaped driveway. Once inside, she was told to sign a paper she thought was a non-disclosure agreement. She wasn't given a copy, but she was warned not to talk about anything that happened there. Soon after, someone offered her a drink. She says it made her feel dizzy, weak, and like she needed to lie down. She wandered into a bedroom that was empty except for a large bed, no furniture, no TV, nothing else. That's when she alleges Diddy and Jay Z walked in. Diddy reportedly told her, "You're ready to party," and things took a horrifying turn. She claims Jay Z held her down and assaulted her while Diddy and a female celebrity stood by and watched. Later, she says Diddy assaulted her too, with the same female celebrity still present. Panicking, she managed to escape the house. Even though there were other guests at the party, she says no one seemed to notice her distress or offer any help. She ran to a nearby gas station and called her father for help. The aftermath of that night has been devastating for her. She says she's been battling depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and even a seizure disorder, all because of the trauma she endured. She describes how the incident has left her life shattered, with no part of her world untouched by what happened. This case keeps unraveling layers of drama and questions. Why is J-Lo's name in the mix? Who else knew what was going on that night? And most importantly, will the truth finally come out? Jane Doe says the incident changed her life forever. She struggles to form normal relationships and has largely withdrawn from the world. But things took an unexpected turn when she spoke with NBC. During their investigation, NBC found several details in her story that didn't add up. For example, Jane Doe said her father picked her up after the incident, but her father told NBC he doesn't remember that. She also claimed to have spoken to Benji Madden at the after party, but his team confirmed he wasn't even in New York that night. To make things more confusing, photos from that evening show Jay Z and Diddy at a different location than what Jane described. Still, not all of their movements from that night are clear. Despite these questions, Jane Doe stands firm. She argues that inconsistencies in a story from 20 years ago don't prove it's untrue. In her interview, she also shared a bit about her life now. She's a mother of two, she has a son and a daughter, and she's worked hard to rebuild her life. She served a year in the Army National Guard, earned a high school diploma, and even got a Christian counseling certificate to help others facing tough challenges. But here's where things get even more complicated. There's growing speculation that the female celebrity mentioned in the lawsuit might be Jennifer Lopez. Why? It all started when Jay Z's lawyer, Alex, said in court that Diddy was with J-Lo that night. This raised a lot of eyebrows because earlier rumors had pointed to Beyonce as the mystery celebrity B. So, was it a simple mistake by the lawyer, or was he trying to shift the focus onto J-Lo? While Alex may have been trying to protect Jay Z, his comments seem to confirm that Diddy and J-Lo were together that evening. If anyone knows what happened, it could be her. Adding to the mystery, a photo from that night shows J-Lo and Diddy in what looks like a tense argument. Diddy, holding a drink, leans against a wall as the two appear to exchange heated words. A party guest later shared that the argument ended with Diddy leaving early, surrounded by his entourage and a group of women. The guest also mentioned that Diddy carried a crystal champagne bottle the whole night, entertaining everyone. But as tensions rose between him and J-Lo, they left together. This has led many to wonder if they went to a second location, which could be where the events in Jane Doe's story happened. If Jane Doe's claims about the after-party are true, it backs up the idea that Celebrity B might actually be J-Lo. That puts her in the spotlight. She could either clear Jay-Z's name or complicate things further. But that's not the only controversy involving J-Lo. Another lawsuit has come to light, this one filed by a male prisoner named Derek Lee Cardello Smith. Smith claims that back in June 1997, he met Diddy at an after-party in Detroit. At first, he thought Diddy was a regular, friendly guy. But according to Smith, things took a dark turn when he joined Diddy and two women in a private room. Smith alleges that Diddy touched him inappropriately. When he tried to step away, Diddy gave him a drink that made him feel drowsy and caused him to pass out. When he woke up, Smith says he was in pain and later filed a police report, claiming Diddy paid off police officers to cover up the incident. Smith also says that Diddy visited him in prison and tried to pay him $2.3 million through a financial advisor to drop the case. Smith refused and even showed a 1997 confidentiality agreement, which he claims was signed by Diddy, police officers, and Michigan officials. With all these allegations and rumors coming to the surface, it leaves everyone wondering what really happened that night. And will the full truth ever be revealed? At first, Diddy didn't respond to the lawsuit, so the judge slapped him with a $100 million default judgment, but Diddy's lawyers quickly stepped in, claiming that Smith, a convicted felon, made up the whole thing. This led to the judgment being thrown out. Since then, Smith has filed more documents and even brought in a witness who says they saw Smith and Diddy meet. Now, Smith wants to bring J-Lo in to testify, saying she knows more about what really happened. This isn't J-Lo's first time getting pulled into legal drama with Diddy. In another lawsuit from Lil Rod, he said J-Lo was involved in a 1999 nightclub incident where she smuggled a gun into the club and handed it to Diddy, who allegedly had plans for harm. After everything went down, J-Lo and Diddy ran off, lied to the police, and made sure someone else took the fall. With all of this in mind, many people are now asking if J-Lo should speak out about what happened with Jay Z that night. Since she was with Diddy, she could help explain where they went after their argument and whether Jay Z was anywhere near them. So, do you think Jay Z's lawyer purposely mentioned J-Lo to shift the focus? Is J-Lo the missing piece to this puzzle? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.